Hello everybody, Nine and Des. How's everybody doing today? As you can see, we have frost on the ground. It was our first big frost and everything is dying now. We don't have very much green. But yeah, and I think we have a pet cemetery here. Because I think closer to Halloween, I think they're all digging to try and get out. That's what I'm thinking. They're all, oh look it. I don't know what the hell these things are. But it's freaking me out. And they're like a pattern, right? Look at just. I guess the next one's going to be like over here, then one there, one there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Crazy, right? So anyway, it looks like there is a peace agreement. There's going to be a meeting tonight between Hamas and the Arab nations. And it's like Carney said, get a two-state solution as long as Hamas ain't part of it. So they're going to step back, apparently. Like I trust anything that comes out of this. But yeah, they're going to step back out of government. Do you really think they're stepping back? They're like Trump. They're going to put in their stooges to do their bidding. The same as he did. And he seems to think that he's the only one that did it. There was a meeting in the White House last night, I think. And they were sitting there and Mucko Stupido there come running in all of Twitter. And he goes over and he whispers in the boss's ear. And Trump's ear. Like a good mafioso. Yeah. So that's what Marco was telling, that they were really close to a peace agreement. So there's that. And along with this, like a few days ago, Trump was saying that he wanted to thank the Qataris, United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Egypt, Turkey, all those countries that were in on doing the peace talks with these people. Because they did all the work. Trump and Bibi got together, they held a meeting, and they talked every day by the phone, but that was just to get what they want. And I finally figured out, because they sent Kushner back in. Did you hear that? Yeah, Jared Kushner. He's going over there to get another $2 billion, is he? But they sent Kushner back in, and it finally hit me. Kushner goes in, after most of this deal is done, he's going to go and just be there for the finish line and say, see, look what I did. Just like his father-in-law. That's what Donald's going to do too. I worked really hard on this. But the Biden government and their team, they did nothing apparently. But it was Biden and them that got those prisoners released. Trump's team were allowed to. You think if the transition was Biden coming in and Trump going out, that Biden's team would have had anything in there? Not a fucking chance. So anyway, Kushner and Witkoff, Doomkoff more like it, the two of them are over there going to be the big heroes of the peace talk. And then, like I said, it hit me, like right square between the lookers. Like right, I was like, oh, I get it. Remember a few years ago, Jared Kushner was standing on the beaches of Gaza there looking out and going, this would make a wonderful resort. He grew up in real estate. What's Doomkoff do? Real estate and investments. That's why they sent them in there, so Trump could get a fucking real estate deal. That's what they're there for. They don't give a rat's ass for the Gazans. They don't care about anything else. And while they are discussing this peace evolvement, I'm going to call it, because I'm not going to call it a peace deal yet, because nothing holds for long over there. They're going to be bringing in developers, because I already said that they were going to, I think it was Egypt, that's going to help just flatten everything and start the rebuild. Other countries in United Arab Emirates and all those countries, they're all going to get together and help rebuild. But the Trumps, Kushner, and Doomkoff, Witkoff, they're there for real estate deals. That's what they're there for. I know that in my heart of hearts. I really do. Like, Trump did give the Qataris, the Egyptians, I don't think he mentioned the Turks. The Turks are a little bit pissed off at him right now. But anyway, yeah, he gave the Qataris, the Emiratis, the Saudis, all those guys, all the Audis, and the Audis that went over from the United States. So anyway, that's going to go. They're having a meeting tonight. The ceasefire will be in 24 hours from then. And then after the ceasefire, within 72 hours, all of the hostages, both here and not here, will be returned. That's what they're saying. Now, if that happens, that is the most amazing thing ever. And yeah, Trump had his little baby fingernail in there. But you know, when it comes to signing that deal, that big fucking Sharpie's gonna come out and he's gonna have his big puby signature there to drown out everybody else's, because that's the only reason why he does it. So everybody knows, look what I did. Yeah, I'm sending my son-in-law Jared over. Why though? Why would you send him? He's not part of your government. But like I said, the real estate deals. It's the only thing I can think of. Got a runny eye. I'm crying. I'm so excited. I'm crying. But yeah, that's what they're going for. Going for the real estate deal. They could give two shits about Gaza. They're going to give Bibi everything he wants. They're probably still going to send him missiles. Just in case there's a Hamas around somewhere. And then, sweet suffering Jesus. Then there was Krusty the Garden Gnome there at a conference. And she's saying, oh yeah, all these cities. It started in Oakland. We got to get rid of those Antifa people. Those Antifa people, they're a terrorist group that are worse than Hamas. They're worse than any terrorist organization in the world. They're worse than MS-13. Is she really that fucking stupid? Is she that stupid? I seen a picture of her in the gym, and she had a pair of bike shorts on her or something and a tank top, exercising with weights. I don't know what it was. Pilates or something, I don't know. The woman looks, I'm not a doctor, but I gotta tell you, there is no fat on her whatsoever, and you need fat for your organs to slide between one another because they're jam-packed in that cavity. They are jam-packed in there, and they need a little fat in there so they can slide back and forth and not get irritated. But she looks absolutely anorexic. Absolutely. She's another one with too many facelifts. One more crank upwards and she's going to have at least a mustache. Or stubble. Maybe she'll just have a soul patch first. But yeah, these women are in their 60s. But she's going on saying Antifa is more dangerous than MS-13. Who's Antifa killed? Nobody. When all those things were going on and those fires started first, who was arrested? The Republican MAGA guy. With his mask and everything on. They identified him. Yeah. It wasn't one of the peaceful protesters. They were all going by. A couple of them were stopped by the protesters trying to burn down some businesses. It started at that car lot. And they found those guys. I don't know if it was Portland or not. It was one of the bigger cities anyway. The George Floyd murders. So, she's just... it just goes to show you don't have to be a brain to be a boss, just an asshole. That's what she is. There's a whole poem about that. All the body parts got together to decide who's going to be the one to rule. Brain said he should because he rules everything. That would be Trump. The heart said, well, I keep everybody going. My heart keeps pumping. And the lung said, yeah, well, I should be there too because when you're pumping that blood, I'm helping with this guy's breathing. And it went all through all the other organs and stuff. And it finally said, okay, hold up. And that was the arsehole. And the arsehole said, why don't you hold up there? He goes, you know, without me, every one of you guys will get sick and fall apart. Because anything happens to my end of business, you all get sick and die. So it goes to show that you don't have to be a brain to be a boss, just an asshole. So that's my little tidbit for today. So yeah, that's what she's going on, saying Antifa's all this stuff. Well, she doesn't understand that most of the Americans that are out there marching are Antifa, for sure. They are all anti-fascists and they don't want them in the democracy. That's why they're out there marching. All out there marching against fascist bastards in the White House. There, I said it. I guess I can, because Mike Johnson came out and said all the Democrats on the Hill are all communists. And they're saying, the libs have to turn down the rhetoric. They got to stop calling us names. But he's out there calling everybody communists. And leftist socialists, all the rest of stuff. Well, socialism isn't a totally bad idea, as long as everybody gets a say. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So there's that going on between her and the peace talks in Gaza. But after the 24 hours is up and the ceasefire starts, then within 72 hours all those hostages will be returned. So there's so many countries that will get that Nobel Peace Award. Starting with the EU, UK, Canada was in there working on that, as well as all the Middle Eastern countries. So Donald, you're just one little rung on that ladder. Sorry, baby. No, not sorry. So anyway, Viv's been out, done her thing, and we're gonna go in and get some snacks. Then I gotta go and get some skin things burned off my head again. There's one there now. So yeah, I gotta get these skin cells burned off again. Let me turn this around. Okay, Vivi, say goodbye to the people. Your dirty old face run around in the leaves. Look at you. Okay, let's go and get treats. Inside. Let's go. Vivi, in. 1, 2, 1, 2. Anyway. Take care of you guys. I love you. Like me, love me, share me. Don't forget to subscribe. Newcomers, welcome. Welcome, welcome. And hangers on, thanks for hanging on. Thanks for coming back. I love you. Mwah.